Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe button, tell a friend. Here we have another crazy story. Everyone knows by now that, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, he's behind the bars right now. And he has no bail whatsoever. So most likely what he's doing right now, maybe he's just doing push-ups or sit-ups, or maybe he's just worrying. That's it. But this right here is an interview that Puff Daddy did right after the notorious B.I.G. passed away. I'm going to let you hear what he had to say. I'm going to let you know what I have to say. It's a crazy thing. Unbelievable.
Killed. You guys show up at a party, right? And you're not expecting anything to go wrong, obviously. What proceeded to transpire?
Okay. Biggie, myself, we decided to go out to LA because we shot the video out there. It was just better production value out in Los Angeles, the place where they make movies and everything. So we decided to go out.
Pause that. So P. Diddy saying, you heard what he just said. Don't forget. I believe the notorious Biggie Smalls, he was involved, I believe, in a car accident actually a few weeks before this, and he actually wasn't able to walk properly. He really wasn't. But let's continue on. Listen what he was saying.
Shoot the video, and while he was out there, he wanted to also do as much damage control as he could do as far as what was done to himself and his career, as far as him so-called being involved in this East Coast, West Coast rivalry. So he wanted to go out there and make sure that the fans heard him say it. So he was doing radio interviews and...
Okay, so basically, P. Diddy saying Biggie, he went out there to do basically promo, I believe I did see one of the interviews that he did when he was out there, but this is the time when, everything was going on, and some individuals saying it, especially Gene Deal, say, you know what, why did Puff, out of anywhere else, why need to go to LA to record? I don't know. Crazy what he's saying though. Puff would have never imagined many years later, he behind the bars, and some individuals saying, you know what, maybe he has something to do with Biggie. I don't know, allegedly. I don't know.
Press interviews, and also he was doing rehearsal for spring break and shooting his video, and that's all he was doing. And he decided, and also Soul Train Music Awards being presented there with myself, and we decided to go out to the party because we felt it was a private party. It wasn't like we were trying to be out and being seen all over the place. We were trying to go out.
And I said, don't forget, at the time, the notorious Big, he wasn't able to walk. He was walking with a cane at the time. Was he going to sit down at the party? I don't know. Normally individuals, they go to a party, they want to dance. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Go there because it was a private party. So the night of the party, we went there and we basically sat at a table all night. And a lot of people were coming and giving us positive greetings. And everybody at the party was just having a good time and dancing. And we were sitting there just talking all night and just listening to everybody else's music and listening to our own record.
Okay. So I guess Biggie was sitting down. I said he was injured. He was walking with a cane at the time. As you can see, things done changed for P. Diddy. This was back in 97, and now it's almost 2027. 30 years later, it said things could change. It really could.
And feeling a sense of proudness, hearing a record and just seeing all the people dance to your music, because that's why we got into this. And so as time progressed, the party had got too crowded, and the fire marshals had shut the party down.
And that's crazy. He said the fire marshals had to shut the party down. I remember an incident he had, a few years before this, when, I believe the fire marshal did have to shut the party down. I could be wrong, I believe it was probably 7 individuals who never made it out that party. I wonder why he didn't learn from that first party. I don't know.
Biggie had a broken leg at the time, so it took us a while to get out. So we finally walked out because he was walking with a cane. And we got out, so we stood outside for like 5 minutes. And we just talked for a little bit, just about regular things that we talk about, nothing really with Billy. He talked about his album a little bit. Outside for like 5 minutes.
Don't forget, around this time, the notorious Biggie Smalls, he was thinking about starting up his own record company. You know, and he was actually, he actually should have been on his own record company by the time this happened. I don't know.
And we just talked for a little bit, just about regular things that we talk about, nothing really with Billy. He talked about his album a little bit and just talked to me. We were just talking about things that two guys talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
About the party girls, whatever. And then we got into the cars. We just said it's time to leave. And my car was in front. Biggie was in the middle, and then another security vehicle was behind, which had the off-duty officers in. And
So he said there was 3 cars, you know. He was in the front, Biggie's in the middle, and the officers are in the back. Interesting, in the back. So I'm assuming if you're in the back, you know, and a car's in front of you, you probably be able to see someone come from the left or the side of you. I mean, right, left, or the right. I don't know.
Out of the driveway of the parking lot, and we made a right. And as we made the right, we were just driving, and the vehicles were one behind each other. And I was looking straight ahead, basically, and I just heard shots ring out.
Uh-oh.
And when the shots rang,
don't forget that he's in the front. He's looking straight. Look at his face. I mean, let's continue on with the story.
I had immediately did the human reaction. I had just ducked down, and everybody in the car ducked down. And then our car was still, you know, had like sped off. And then I heard somebody say Biggie's car had got shot at. And so, like, while my car...
Biggie's car got shot at. Don't forget, he's in the front. I mean, okay, that's what someone told him. Okay.
The driver, he stopped, and I had jumped out, and I had ran to the car, and I had immediately did that because I knew his leg was broke, so I know there's no way he could have made it out of the car. And then when I went there to the car, I opened up the door, and he was...
So his leg was broken, so he decided to go all the way to California with a man with a broken leg. He knew for a fact that if someone pulled up on the side of him, he couldn't do much. He can't jump. Definitely couldn't jump out of the car. He has a broken leg. I don't know. That's what he's saying.
Opened up the door, and he was hunched over. And I was trying to talk to him and trying to move him over. And I was trying to tell somebody to call 911, but I was like, by the time they get, I didn't know what was going on because he wasn't talking back to me. So I just told one of the drivers of security to just jump.
Okay. I was just about to say, what's going on with the security guards? What's going on with the security guard? So that's how he said. That's what happened. He said he's in front, Biggie's in the middle, security's in the back. He heard shots. He ducked down. Some individuals say, you know what? Did he say B yet? I don't know. Let's continue on.
Just take me to the nearest hospital, please. And we were rushing to the hospital. And there were other cars that were with us and other people that were just following us. And as we got there, everybody helped him out of the car. And I was just, as we were driving, I was talking to him, but I wasn't hearing anything. He wasn't saying anything.
Okay, so I'm assuming that P. Diddy, based off what he's saying, he got out of his car and he went inside of a car that was just shot up, or is he saying that he took Biggie out and brought him in his car? I don't know.
And I was just getting scared, you know, because I was just like, I didn't know, like, I was like, why isn't he talking to me? And I was just getting scared, but I just started praying over him and praying and just trying to tell him just to stay in there. And then when we got to the hospital, everybody had jumped out the cars and helped to pick him up and got him on a stretcher. And the surgeons, they had immediately rushed him back into the emergency room. And then everybody there just dropped to their knees and started praying because it just didn't look good. It didn't feel good.
as I said, that's why some individuals say, you know what, P. Diddy, if he never, you know, took Biggie to California, he probably, that probably would have never happened to him, because at the time it was like a big East Coast, West Coast beef. When Biggie was saying, I'm going back to Cali, I thought he was joking. I really did. I used to like that song too. And unfortunately, he went back to Cali. He never made it back.
And that's what happened. And then they came and told us, that he had passed. And it was just unbelievable.
Unbelievable,
How
huh?
are Biggie's mom and Faith and the kids taking all this? Have they bounced back at all, or are they still
Their
on?
moms and Faith, Biggie's moms and Faith and the children are extremely strong. They've been, matter of fact,
As you can see, things change. Miss Wallace right now say she see P. Diddy. She knows what she wants to do to him, and it's nothing nice. As far as Biggie's kids, to the best of my knowledge, I never heard P. Diddy giving any of them $1 million each or any money at all. Imagine that. But I don't know. Maybe he did take care of Biggie's kids. I just never heard about it.
been strong for me and helping to hold me up. And it's just, his mother is just such a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? And she's from the church, and I'm just so happy that their relationship was good when, before he passed. And she's a very strong woman, and Faith is very strong. And I'm going to be there for them, just like he would be there for them, to make sure that they're all right.
A number of reports have come out, Time Magazine and the LA Times.
Like I said, I don't know for certain if Pete. I mean, I never heard about any of them. Say, for example, being any position of authority, any of Biggie's kids. I mean, maybe they are, just never heard about it.
We've talked to also that Bad Boy Entertainment had actually hired Crips for security work out on the West Coast. Is that true?
We've never hired Crips or any other gang faction to do security for us. What is the...
And this way it gets a little interested. Because Keefe D, he said he's been knowing Puff Daddy since 92. And either 91 or 92. And whenever, he would come out there, he would give him protection. And we all know that Keefe D was a certified Crip at this time. But hear how he's responding to what's being asked of him.
Session is that because we're young and we black, like, we're not handling business just like anybody else. We're trying our best to handle business just like any other businessman that's out there in the world. And it would be extremely unintelligent to hire some gangs to do security for you. We have never hired any gangs for security. As a matter of fact, when we were out there.
Yeah, it's interesting right there. I think this right here is where it gets interested. So what I'm trying to figure out, keep in mind that P. Diddy, he's been a celebrity since the early 90s. He said he never hired gangs and this and that. What I'm trying to figure out, Keefe D's been a gang member since before the 90s. So how do Keefe D and P. Diddy know each other? Keefe D said he used to hang out with him a lot in the clubs and hotels. I would think that P. Diddy would have been wise enough, like he's saying, not to be around gang members. Or I don't know.
Off-duty California police officers at security with us that night that it happened also. And we always have bonded security professionals that are with us.
I mean, I know Compton police have said that that's what they've heard from gang informants, that there have been.
It's not the truth. I'm here to make sure I tell you the truth.
Is it possible?
It's not the truth. So this is where P. Diddy, things get interesting for him. Don't forget, this is after what happened to Tupac, after they said that P. Diddy, he had $1 million bounty out there, if you know what I mean. But here's what he's saying. He said he doesn't associate with gang members, but here still it's crazy.
not possible. I have a small boutique label, and I take responsibility for everything that comes from my label. And I know for a fact that this is something that has never happened. And I heard your report about an affidavit from the Compton police, but I'm just here to say that it's not the truth.
Yeah.
No one, and I see everything. I sign off on everything that's done.
Okay.
And I know the security that we hired were bonded security men and also off-duty California police officers, just like, that's the same route Madonna would take, or,
I said it's crazy. He's saying this, but we know for a fact that at least now that, at least a alleged gang member, Keefe D, saying that, he used to hang out with Puffy a lot when he used to come to LA. Puffy was saying things differently then.
Everybody that's in entertainment to, Sylvester Stallone would hire bonded security people. And that's what we did.
After Tupac died, I mean, there was a general feeling this has got to stop. We really have to change in what's going on in rap and hip hop. And after Big E was killed, I think there was that same.
One thing I want to say, not to stop you, is it's not a problem just of rap and hip hop. This is a problem that's out in the communities. I mean, we're talking about it now more because it's in our face, because we lost two people that we cared about and that were stars and was important to what we did. But this is a problem that mothers and family members and
as you can see, it's crazy that P. Diddy talking the way he's talking about mothers and family members and, talking like a good person, and he's being accused of what he's been accused of right now, allegedly. I mean, did he change over time? Or was everything he was saying made up like what it seemed like he's saying right now? I don't know.
people are facing every day. And it's not just fair that everybody run to it now because it's Tupac or Biggie. It's happening every day. We need to put a stop to it just because we're killing each other. And it needs to stop.
In the interview, P. Diddy sounds like the perfect person. It's crazy what he's been accused of right now. See how things change, times change. But I do have to admit, I definitely heard Keefe D say for certain he did know P. Diddy. They used to hang out. He used to call him every time he came to L.A. But until next time, they say crime don't pay, but I see him do it. I see them do it, though. Also, if you're interested, check out part 2.